I'm only talking to those of you who are doing what they call a Hail Mary. It's the end of the rope, the end of the line, the candle burning at both ends. That's it. You're done. Game over. If you don't sell a house in the next 60 to 90 days, you're out of here. When enough is enough and you've had enough, because it's not enough, it's probably because you're not doing enough. Had enough? Let's talk.
This is your first day in real estate, and I am your real estate sales trainer and coach, James Festini. And this is the program that's going to teach you how to sell more real estate in less time.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you very much for watching my content. Today might actually be the technical first day of the year, since the beginning of the decade was like on a Wednesday and we kind of didn't roll back out into the groove until now. I've had 3 coaching clients sign on in the last 24, 48 hours, and they've all kind of said the same thing, and that is, James, this has to work. I can't afford coaching, but you are clearly the one to go to. But this has to work. Please tell me that this is going to work. And I'm looking at them or hearing them on the voice of the phone in this desperation where it's like they're doing this Hail Mary. I'm only talking to those of you who are doing what they call a Hail Mary. In football, it means throw the ball as far as you can, catch it, and hopefully you get the touchdown because it's the last minute. It's the end of the rope, the end of the line, the candle burning at both ends. That's it. You're done. Game over. If you don't sell a house in the next 60 to 90 days, you're out of here. And it might have been this way for a while. And so you felt that choking feeling for way too long. And you said to yourself, enough is enough. How can we take action? How can we make the decision to commit? Have you ever watched those, like the infomercials, P90X or like weight loss? And you see these people who are really big and now they're really thin. What made them suddenly say enough is enough and then they're done? Did they wait for like the new year? Did they hit the bottom of the line? Or did they just one day look down and say, okay, that's it. This is the day. You need to do 2 things to make this happen. You need to make the decision to say enough is enough. You have committed. The commitment is the decision. You've decided, that's it. I'm going to do whatever it takes. And then you have to begin engaging in the activity. The decision is kind of like, let's say, law of attraction. You wish it into existence, but without actually taking the action, it's just wishful thinking. You need to engage. So these are the 2 key words for the rest of the year. These are the words that I'm thinking I'm going to be implementing. Because for me, 2020 is kind of a play on words, a play on, the medical term or the optometry term, 2020, vision, perfect clarity. I believe that the vision and the clarity is going to match with your decision and action with these 2 words. You ready for these 2 words that you've got to repeat to yourself? Make them part of your mantra. You ready? It is going to be focus, engaged, or engaged focus, meaning that you know what you want because clearly this decision that you've made to, for example, do one-on-one, what is the goal? The goal is, James, I've got to get listings. I've got to get a sale. So how are you going to focus on the activity? The activity is engaging in the activity. I mean, it's hand in hand, peanut butter and jelly, beans and rice, beans and cornbread. It has to be synergistic and it has to be distinct and clearly in your schedule. I talked about time management and time blocking a couple of times most recently. Time management is nothing if you are not engaged. To be focused and engaged in the moment. What are you going to do? So I know a lot of this is pep talk and rah-rah, right? Here's what it is. There are only 2 ways for you to make business. If you are at that moment, if you are at the end of the rope, you have no more left, that's it, I've got to do business right now. What can you do? What can you do? You can either go out and find business or you can wait for it to come to you. Those are your 2 choices. You can go out and find it or you can go out and wait for it. Now, I know that seems pretty crazy to wait for it, but what if you're spending money on platforms like Facebook advertising, Zillow, Truly, or Realtor.com, whatever universe you're paying into? Let's say you're buying into some program or you're into some lead campaign or you're spending money somewhere. See these two I'm holding up? There's only 2 ways to get the business. You either go out and get it or you have it come to you. You either actively engage in the activity or you passively wait for it to come to you. Well, the people who come to me for one-on-one coaching know that this is not one of those things. I'm not going to tell you spend money here and wait. So when I got this one-on-one today, I said, okay, well, look, you're telling me this whole end of the rope, end of the line, I got to do it now. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to get on the phone with you at 7 a.m. and we're going to go through a couple of scripts. I'm going to check out your business cards. You're not going to print anything. There's nothing to print, nothing to do. This person was like, well, don't I need to get my dialer set up? Nope, you're not dialing. You're not doing anything. I don't want you. Maybe other coaches will tell you, here, log into this book, read this paragraph, practice these words. No, you need to focus and engage. There are only two ways you're going to do that. So if you're at the bottom, and I'm talking to those of you who are at the bottom of the rope, the bottom, the end of the line, you don't have any more money. So if you don't have any more money, you don't have time, and you definitely don't have money to spend on a platform that you throw money at and it rains back at you. That just doesn't exist. For you to expect business to land in your lap, you have to either wait or pay for it to come to you while you wait, aka farming, marketing pieces, online Craigslist, whatever it is that you shell out that money to, and then it comes to you. But this individual had only sold 2 or 3 houses in the last year. And this individual, I said, what have you been doing? This person said, open house. I've got them for 2 open houses, but actually I didn't get these 2 sales. It was like 2-year-old leads that I've been working for almost 2 years, and that's how I closed. I'm like, you need to forget everything you know and trust one thing, that you've got to focus and engage in the activity that's going to get you the business right now. I'm not talking to those of you who have received a listing from the gods. Those are not, you're like, this session is not for you. If in the last 60 days you have not gotten a listing or a sale from just sitting around and doing nothing, or maybe you spend a couple bucks here and there, because what happens is if you spend a couple dollars on these platforms and then you get something, you think, okay, this is working, this works. So then why not spend more? But you only have so much in accordance with what you need to make to survive. And there's going to be a point where it's like, how much can I give? How much blood can I give before I'm out of blood? Because they'll take everything you got. And if you're not getting it back in, if you have a certain amount you got to make every month, you can't sit and wait, and you definitely can't spend it as fast as you need to make it. Am I right? I'm only talking to you guys. Only the people who say, enough is enough. I've had enough. It's not enough. I'm not doing enough. And you can feel it. Engage and focus. What is the activity I'm going to have this person doing? What are you going to do tomorrow? What are you going to do first thing? This is not about, well, today is Saturday, so I'm going to start on Monday. Or what if it's Tuesday or Wednesday and like, well, I should get my marketing piece and maybe by next Monday I'll do it. By February, February the weather's going to come and, I heard that, the solar system's going to align and you like all of these things. And when I talked to this individual, I said, no, tomorrow, assuming that you're being honest about being at the end of your rope, when you do that, here's something you can do. Go and watch a couple of movies. Here's one movie, The Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith. Have you seen that one? That's the kind of desperation that I'm talking about. Where you've seen it, if you haven't seen it, that's where you need to put the pit of your stomach and say, whatever it takes, within reason. Kramer versus Kramer, an old one back in the 80s, Dustin Hoffman. It's a divorce type of movie, but it also still relates to what I'm talking about. This like, I can't wait. I cannot do this anymore. Where there's a pit in your stomach. And if it wakes you up at 3 o'clock in the morning, go back to bed, wake up at 7 a.m., 8 a.m., but be at the doors at 9 a.m. So I told her, this individual, I said, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., you're going to knock on 100 doors. Well, what do I need to do? Don't worry about that. You got business cards? Yep. You got a notepad? Yep. That's all you need. I'm not even going to show you the apps. I'm not going to show you technology. I need you to walk out of your front door, turn right, and knock 100 doors. Just figure it out. Knock 100 doors. Well, and I started getting, I could hear the reluctance in their voice. And I'm like, I told this person, I said, look, I might not be the coach for you. I don't want you to join my coaching if you're not willing to do this, because the difference between what I'm telling you to do either is Planet Fitness. Are you guys familiar with Planet Fitness? It's like that. It's like a purple gym, but any like gym rats who are hardcore, like CrossFit gyms, they totally bash on Planet Fitness because it's where like people go, but they don't want to be bullied or like they don't want to be yelled at. And they don't want like these big buff sweaty guys screaming and like these totally ripped women like doing 100. But you know what I'm talking about? It's not a hardcore gym, right? So If you want to go to another real estate sales trainer and coach, that's Planet Fitness. Go ahead, you might get in shape. But if you want to join the military, let's say the Marines, or maybe go out for like Navy SEALs or airborne, or maybe even Rangers or Special Forces, then that's what mine is. But you should know beforehand that I'm not telling you to do something that I'm not willing to do. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., I, James Festini, will be knocking on 200 doors. That's right. And when my feet hurt, then I'm going to sit down and I'm going to telephone prospect. And then when my feet feel better and the sun's still out, I'm going to go out and knock on doors. And I do this. And they were asking, how long do I door knock? How many days a week? So why are you asking this? Because you want to know how many can you do or how many can you avoid doing? This is what I'm talking about. Focused, engaged. I'm focused on getting a listing and a sale. And I'm only going to engage in the only activity I know to be pound for pound, hour by hour, minute by minute, justifiably me taking immediate action and taking control of my career. There's no way I can imagine a scenario where I can spend, let's say, James, here's $10,000. Where do I spend it on the internet? I'll be like, I don't know. Well, do you have a listing? No. Oh, see, if you have a listing, then I can say, oh yeah, well, let's advertise this. Do some Facebook ads. We can run advertising against something that the public will say, I'm interested in your product. Let's talk. But if you think you're going to advertise and say, I'm a real estate agent, call me. Why? There's no value there. Well, what if I blog? What if I vlog? What if I do a video? What if I do this cool video? What if I drop off these packages? What if I drop off this thing? What if I drop poinsettias? What if I drop off candy canes? What if I dropped off? Unless you have an existing relationship with people, which I'm assuming if you have existing relationships with people, but for some reason you're still not selling real estate, perhaps maybe there's not enough people with relationships with you to sell, or are they going to other people? Why? Because you are not engaged and focused. People want to do business with people that seem to be busy and successful. Okay, you want to deal with people who are productive. And if you are clearly not working, if you're clearly not doing, and so I'm going to calm down here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please, if it's too late for you, but you got 1 more month, you got 2 more months, you got 3 more months. If this is you, because I hear this all the time, I have to this. I'm telling you right now, either go spend thousands of dollars immediately on a program that you know works. For example, Zillow works, but I don't believe that buying into a Zillow campaign at $500 a month is gonna work. I believe me, James Festini, if you said, how much is your minimum to spend on a platform like Zillow or Trulia or Realtor.com to buy leads through that platform, through this, not leads, inquiries, I would assume that you would probably have to spend at least $5,000 a month. That's just, for me here in this area, $5,000 a month. I'm pretty sure, because I've been there, and I was there when it cost less and you got more. And I saw diminishing returns keep going and going and going. So most of the people that I talk to and I ask who are doing things like online inquiry generation, they're saying a minimum of $1,000, a minimum of $1,000 a month, just to get maybe your money back, right? The more you spend. But think about it this way: if all it took was $1,000 a month for you to get business, then why wouldn't the number one agent in your city spend $10,000 a month and get 10 times the business and you be shut out? They probably are. Do you have that money to compete to get that? No, but guess how you beat the competition?
Welcome to the Festini Factor, a weekly program that every day of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you're gonna get a piece of content, actionable items, something that at $50 a month will be an absolute no-brainer. Every weekday, you're gonna receive one video. Monday, we're gonna have motivational messages. Monday Mindset is what it's called. One of the questions everyone asks, how do I keep going? I'm gonna let you in on that. The Monday Motivational. Tuesday is gonna be technology. Every Tuesday, I'm gonna deliver you a message about the latest and greatest technology, whether it's old school or new school. Every week, you're gonna get a Technology Tuesday tip. Wednesday, Wednesday is marketing. Whether you do it online or you're going old school, if you're going door to door and you're creating marketing pieces, you're creating flyers, every Wednesday I'm going to deliver to you actionable plans, actionable items where you can download a template for marketing, whether it's an email marketing piece or an actual printed piece that you can take with you to the doors, or a mailer that you can do. You can start adding and building your letter library. Wednesday is going to be marketing pieces, the world of marketing. That's a big day for us. Thursday is going to be sellers, exclusively dedicated to handling sellers, either obtaining listings, negotiating contracts, scripts, dialogues, expires for sell-by owners, you name it. If it's a seller, I'm going to cover it. And of course, Friday, the last day of the week, setting you up for the weekend, buyers. Every Friday, I'm going to give you tips and pieces of advice on how to generate buyer leads, how to handle buyer leads, and that includes negotiating, how to get your offer accepted, how to write the perfect offer, a whole system that I share with you so that you can go out there and get to work. Thanks for watching.
Focus, engaged action. I go to the door, I knock on the door before they click, or when they click, or just after the click, or when they start clicking in their head before it starts going. And I knock at the door and I say, "Hi, I'm agent with the company. I was just wondering if you're thinking of selling your house." And they say, "Well, as a matter of fact, I might be." Great, I'd love to send you out some information, keep in touch. And I get them before they do. And they'll never go to the website, and they'll never go. If you're paying for those platforms, they'll never go to you. Although they might go to you, I'm going to circumvent that action by providing them what they're looking for. What are they looking for when they go to these platforms? They're not looking for an agent. No. They've got plenty of agents. They got agents crawling everywhere, all over the place. What they're looking for is the value of their house. And these platforms have taken that value proposition from us. And now what can we offer? What can we offer as agents as a value proposition if they're shutting us off and taking what we gave them? I didn't give it to them. It wasn't my choice, but hey, whatever. How do we do that? We get them ahead. I've always said the best way to beat the competition is be there first, or just be there. Being at the right place at the right time more often than not is exactly what I'm going to teach this one-on-one student first thing in the morning. I'm going to say, just get to the door. Had another student joined like a month ago, less than a month ago. And this individual was doing everything on a notepad and had all of these leads that he generated from door knocking, but never followed up. So for me, I had to look at it and say, no more door knocking. No more door knocking. I know that being focused and engaged in this activity, if you are like me, if there are a few of you like me that want to have no problem going out and lead generating through door knocking and cold calling, they get this mindset that I want to do that, and they get fixated on a number, and they want to hit 100 contacts, or they want to hit 100 doors, and they get leads and they generate like names and numbers, and then they put them in a pile and they keep going to look, right? Massive lead generation, but little conversion. Why am I not converting? He's saying, "James, I've got all these leads, but I'm not converting." I'm like, "What are you doing?" "Well, I go there and I leave my card and they like me, and then that's it. And then I'll go knock on their door whenever." I said, whoa, back up. You going back to knock on the door? Engaged and focused. Focused and engaged. You have to be focused on the task at hand. The task at hand is get the lead, close them, no closing today, then follow up with them until you can close. These are the only thing. Prepare, prospect, present. Either you are actively going out looking for business. This is what I teach, and I'm telling you right now, the beginning, this is it. 2020 has begun. If you are not taking massive action to generate a database of individuals who say maybe, and a couple that say yes, and hundreds of thousands that say no, right? But we're trying to rise the cream to the top. Find someone who says maybe. I'm focused on that. I'm focused on that. And I'm going to be engaged in effective follow-up systems, using a system, not just winging it, not putting it on a notepad, dropping off once in a while, leaving my card and disappearing, but an actual system that I will use to implement an effective follow-up campaign so that if I am addicted to the lead generation and I'm focused on getting more leads, I'm also engaged in the activity that gets me the results. You have to be focused and you have to be engaged. Time management is nothing if you are not focused on the task at hand and you're not actively engaged in doing the most productive activity at the time for your bang for your buck. I hope I was very specific in saying, ladies and gentlemen, you need to work. You either go spend a ton of money on finding people to call to you. I don't know where to do it. If you want to come to me, if you tell me this is the end of the rope, then I only have you focused on the next 24 hours. I can't have you looking and like, oh, if I don't sell a house by March. No. How about we just say, if you don't get a lead by today, well, James, I don't want just leads. I want sales. I'm like, okay, why are you so focused on the end game? You don't have to see the whole staircase. You just have to take the first step. The journey of 1,000 miles is in the first mile or something like that. This is very similar to driving a car in the dark. And you can get from here to New York, from LA to New York in the dark. All you got to do is see the road and not hit a wall. I'm not telling you to know your map. I'm not telling you to pay attention to the GPS. I'm telling you go flying by the seat of your pants because you got nothing to lose and you don't have time to win, okay? Game over if enough is enough, my friends, and you've had enough, and it's not enough because you're not working enough and you're not doing what it takes. You're not engaged and focused in that activity. I know I'm going to lead generate, follow up, customer service. Of course, all of these things, everybody always thinks, oh, James, that's all you do is lead generate. You're so, beast mode and all that stuff. Do you think that I'm just like this animal that all I do is just like kill them all, let God sort them out? Not at all, my friends. I am number one focused on building relationships. That's what you're doing. Any other coach will tell you, build relationships, know more people, build relationships. I'm just speed dating because I don't have time to sit there and build these relationships. I need to build relationships with people who might be interested, and I will nurture the relationships with my past clients' sphere of influence and the people around me, my sphere of recognition. I will volunteer, I'll donate, I'll sponsor, I'll do whatever it takes to get my face in public. But that is what you do on the passive end. What are you going to do today? What are you going to do right now? Are you listening? In closing, I want everyone who watches this message in the comments below saying to answer. Give me your comments. Say, James, I'm listening to this at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm going back to bed, but at 9 a.m. I will knock on 10 doors. Just give me 10. Just give me 10 doors. I promise you that by the third door, you'll feel better. You'll get through it. It's like jumping out of an airplane. I've never done it. I'm assuming it's very scary. I've seen enough movies, but I have a feeling that the minute you jump out, that you're no longer scared. Like once you get past the doorway and you're out, I have a feeling from what I've heard, from there, it's just like pure rush, like exhilaration. And once you get on there, yeah, it's a little bit scary, but you're not full-blown panic attack and dying. You're like enjoying. You're like, holy cow, you're screaming and yelling, having a good time. You land on the ground and I'm guessing like 9 out of 10 people are like, again, let's do this again. And I promise you, give me 10 doors. Forget the calls, forget the phones, the doors, door knocking. That's what I do. Door knocking, pound for pound, hour by hour is the best. Make sure you use my script. If you don't have my script, reach out to me. Go to jamesfestini.com/scripts. And I believe that still works. That link should work. jamesfestini.com/scripts. And sign up there, and I'll send you a copy of my scripts, and we'll go from there if you don't have my script. But it's so much more important. You can't go using my script thinking that people are going to say yes. My script is designed to get people to hesitate and not say totally no way, but to be reluctantly say maybe, and then you have to engage them. So then again, don't use my script and say it doesn't work if you don't know how it works. It's like opening up a cake recipe, right? You go into your pantry and like you rip open the lid and half the recipe gets torn off. So you just kind of wing it with the other half. That's like you taking my scripts and trying to bake that cake without having the temperature. It literally is that like scientific. It's like you only have the ingredients, but you don't know how to cook it. It won't work. It'll fail. You might get it right, but thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. If you are interested in one-on-one coaching, I will make it possible for you. I am the most affordable coach out there who walks the walk and talks the talk. I probably have 3 more slots open, maybe 2 more slots open. It's happening now. People are just saying, okay, let's do this thing. I know you can afford 1 month with me. We do monthly payments if you have to. I know you can afford it because all I have to do is show you where you're spending money, where you don't have to do it. Start canceling some of these services that you're paying. Every time someone calls me, like, I signed up with this one, I signed up with that one. Cancel it. That's it. Change your credit card. You're done. No more talking to these people. You're buying things that you don't need. All you need is this knowledge that I give you and a stack of business cards. That's the minimum requirement to get started with what I do. From there, just work. Just please work. If you're not willing to work and you don't have the money to spend on it, then just get out of the business, because you're clogging it up. And there's people like us who really want that listing. And for you to let it land in your lap just because you happen to have your license and you don't have anything else to do, lucky. I'm going to go out and get it, though. I'm going to knock on the door before they land in your lap. And they're going to be like, that guy's working. And I was going to go with this one guy, but he's not really. I don't even know what he's doing. Is he even in the business? How long has he been in the business? How much is he selling? That guy's a pro. He showed up at my door. He's dressed. He's ready. He asked all the right questions. He said, thank you. I'm telling you, get focused and engage. Engage like a gear that locks in and like doesn't let go. Engage in the moment. Stay focused, stay present, stay aware. And every second from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. matters. Don't waste another second. If this isn't part of your agenda, then your back's not up against the wall and you watched for nothing. But if this is your message, hear me out. Find me. Thanks. Go back to work.
People ask me all the time, where do I get my data? How do I have so many good numbers without spending an arm and a leg? Because I recommend you get it from 3 places, and I merge them to create the ultimate white pages. 2 of them are Cold Realty Resources and TelephoneList.biz. They will provide you names, addresses, phone numbers, along with email addresses scrubbed against the do not call list, available for both US and Canada. Now, I do a lot of door knocking, and my favorite app to use is Realty Buddy, a GPS tracking software with robust goal setting and follow-up campaigns. Realty Buddy takes care of the hassle, and Realty Buddy is the success to my door knocking. It's only available on iOS though, so sorry Android, but I will recommend Knockwise. They're really good too. Now, have you seen my amazing local market videos for my real estate business? In one word, Terradatum. They make videos branded to your brokerage and automatically update them every month with videos by zip code, county, city, and your hyper-local market, and it's extremely affordable. Have you guys seen my website lately? Well, you should. It's absolutely gorgeous. I owe it all to Zentap. They will help you with your advertising using your MLS, IDX, and social media to attract an audience and engage your leads using sophisticated bots. Now, you're gonna need a powerful CRM to manage all of this, and as you know, Mojo Selling Solutions is more than just a dialer. It's the most powerful CRM bar none. Mojo provides you expireds for sell by owners, and that is the 3rd list of data, along with email and mail campaigns. For more information on any of these products, along with my personal coaching and training products, go to jamesfestini.com today. Or just show financial support at any amount on patreon.com/James Festini. Now, get back to work.